Is this live? I'm live. I don't know if anyone's watching. Maybe I should put YouTube on to monitor at the same time. Maybe I should have thought of that before. But here we are, live, all the way, live stream. We got one person watching, Isaac. How excited are you? Can you hear us if you're watching?
I can hear you.
I'm talking to the bloody viewers around the world, Isaac, not you.
The viewer.
They're a very special person. So here we are live from Leiria Con. Unfortunately, poor old Stevie is feeling a little under the weather, but it's fine. He's in the hospital. the what's the word I'm looking for? Vasectomy has been a great success, so he'll be fine. Isaac, oh, it's Zhao. Someone called Zhao. Zhao, hello.
That's at least one person.
Yeah.
It's probably several people, but it's at least one person.
It's at least one person. So, Isaac, tell us, as a relative Portuguese neophyte, how have you found the last few days in Porto, in Coimbra, and now in Leiria?
I am very upset that there is no game for Leiria. Right? There is a Porto.
There is a Porto.
There is a Coimbra.
Yeah.
But there is no game for Leiria.
So what do you think? How do you think Uli would feel if during his live stream I started acting like a complete idiot? How do you think Uli would feel about that?
Unsurprised.
So anyway, we're here at Lariacon. This is your second time. Tell us what you think about this convention and why you've come back all the way from the US of A to here again.
Lariacon is a fantastic convention because it is full of people who want to do nothing but watch Uli. And I want to do nothing but watch Uli. Along the way, we'll play some games. They'll probably be like heavier games because Leiria tends to lean to the heavier game.
It does.
That's something I like about this convention. The other thing I like about this convention, and some of you folks in the audience may relate to this, is that my family is thousands of miles from here.
What does that mean? So I don't have children, right? I don't have children, and yet people who have children always constantly talk about how much they're happy to be away from their family. What is that? Do you hate your family? Does everyone who has kids secretly hate their family?
Next question.
So what are the games you're looking forward to playing over this weekend?
Horseless Carriage is high on my list.
Yeah,
looking forward to playing that. Thank you for playing Scout with me earlier.
It was crap. We need more players.
It's best at 3, apparently.
Really rough at 3.
I love it at 3. It's so the drama is so good at 3. Scout was one that was on my list, so I'm glad to have gotten that one done.
Uli's doing this again. Look.
I'm also looking forward to some of the prototypes that designers have brought here. Yes, not yours.
So Peter
Matt Gertz has brought a wonderful design.
Yeah, Matt Gertz has got one.
Yeah. Sorry, that's Peter Eggert, who's also a German designer.
Famed of Eggert Spieler. And not anymore. They fired him. It's no. I assume they asked Peter Eggert to explain a game. Asmodee bought the company, asked Peter to explain one of their games, and then fired him.
That was the end of his contract. Yes.
So for the people who are watching, and also for the people who are watching, if you have any questions for us or about the convention or anything like that, we're going to get some of the con organizers on in a bit to talk. So last year...
Can I ask you a non-crap question?
Okay.
I just wanted permission. I don't have one loaded up, but I wanted to know if I could.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Oh, I can. That was my question.
Good. So last year, Uli, a stalwart of the board game world, said to us, after dinner on the Wednesday night, would you demo a game? And we said, Uli, if it's really heavy, prefer not to. And he went, no, it'll take 1 hour maximum. An hour and a half later, Peter had finished explaining the rules.
In German, mind you.
In German. And then, which was wonderful, we started playing, and at about 11:30, Uli just fucking went to bed. He just went to bed. We were stuck there until 2 o'clock in the morning when Uli was happily snoozing.
I will say that by about the 4th or 5th turn, I knew most of the rules.
Right.
I felt good about that because I don't speak German.
I was so mad. I wanted to fucking kill Uli Blenderman that night. I absolutely wanted to kill him. And on that, Isaac, would you make way for the king of German board games, Mr. Blenderman? Here he is. Peter Eggert, always marketing. He's passed me a card for C Code Games. How many fucking companies do you have? So only 2. All right, Uli. So here we are with Uli Blenderman, the king. So Zhao Braz asks, how's the atmosphere, Uli? Would you answer that question?
Up to now, the atmosphere was pretty good.
Yeah.
But then I noticed Ben.
And
then from there, everything deteriorated.
Did you feel erotic?
Yeah, of course. Of course, with you, it's an erotic feeling.
Yeah.
What is this?
I'm just passing to Isaac. So
let me see the note.
No, you get your hands off my stuff. So why do you come back every year, really?
And Leiria is simply wonderful. Leiria is wonderful because of the people first. Because
Which people?
Of the atmosphere, yeah, not you.
Okay.
But and not Steve.
Right.
But Isaac is lovely.
Hey, Steve's sick. You shouldn't say bad things about sick people.
Right. So everything is fine. Apart from Ben.
Yeah.
Apart from sick
Steve, yeah.
And everything else is fine. And here is let me just see.
Are you going to read it out? Read it out.
So 3 kilos.
Yeah.
3 kilograms of hamster food.
Yeah, okay.
5 liters of aged milk.
Yeah.
What's that? So, yeah, well, everybody needs it.
No one outside of Germany knows what H milk is.
Yeah, you know.
It's UHF. It's UHT milk in England.
Yeah, and this is horrible stuff, but of course, if you need it, you need it.
And we want to say hello to Paolo Renato, who's also here and watching the stream at the same time.
Paolo, you are wonderful. You are great. More for this. I know you paid 20 euros for saying this positive thing.
Is that why he gave you 20 euros earlier?
You know this. You saw it. 20 euros. I thought it was done. Nobody noticed it, but you see.
I mean, I see everything. So what games are you demoing here? What Spielworks hotness are you demoing at the convention?
I'm not seeing Lariacon as demoing.
No.
But we will play Matchstick Girls by Mo Canales, who did The Cost before. So that's a wonderful 2-player game. 19th century. You are doing these matchsticks.
Yeah.
So, and of course, this is bad chemically. And we will play on Saturday another game of 12 months from a Portuguese designer, from Pedro Silva. I'm very much looking forward to this.
Any El Burro?
No, not at this space. This game is now set in stone.
Oh, so you haven't got it here.
No.
So Uli, I want you to answer this question for me. Sean M asks, is Steve ill from too much port? What do you think?
I think yes. Too much port means 2 ports for Steve.
Yeah.
And this is
too much.
What it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to go and grab someone to come on the stream.
Makes sense.
Isaac, would you take my place and interview the great Uli Blenderman for me?
This is dangerous.
All right.
So,
this is our opportunity. Right?
Yeah.
We don't have to give the show back to Ben.
No, and we will never do so.
Well, once a German takes something, They don't give it back, right?
That's our natural heritage.
So tell me, Uli, why do you enjoy working with American designers? Because you work with more American designers than most German publishers.
Yeah, because
Is it
normally,
because we're this handsome?
yes. First thing, Americans are handsome. Second thing is more thinking outside of the box, which means in Germany you have lots of designers who are thinking about, yeah, this may be successful. We are selling us tons of stuff, tons of copies, and I'm thinking first and foremost about, well, this could be a very special design, and I think US, American, Canadian designers are more likely to achieve this.
So what I'm hearing is that Germans don't have a heart.
Yes. I have no heart. Nobody else in Germany has a heart. It is awful. But second, I think really everybody among the German gaming community is special, which means we are thinking about special terms and how you would pitch a design and how you present a design. And first and foremost, what is important in Germany is having a game that can be possibly be a game for family game of the year or Kennerspiel of the year.
Sure.
And you are definitely, certainly shrinking your creative possibility.
So it's interesting because Wolfgang Warsch won the Spiel with an out-of-the-box game,
Indeed.
right? But who published that game? Was that a German publisher or was that a US publisher?
Actually, I don't even know.
I know in the US it was Pandasaurus, but I'm not sure if they
No,
were the
man.
original.
No, it has to be a German publisher.
Was it the Mind?
It was the Mind.
It was NSV.
NSV, a smallish German company doing card games of the year.
I think it would really help if there were like small German publishers that were doing innovative games. Do you know of any companies that do that kind of thing?
I think the first and foremost German company who's doing this is Seekhoff Games by Peter Eggert and Uli Blennemann. Who is this guy?
Get out. I'm interviewing some real people now.
Fill the air.
Uli, are you not a performer? So I'm delighted to have here. The cost is fantastic. It won the best award in board gaming, the Whipple Award in 2020. I don't know what the Whipple Award is. So I'm here now. He's standing up, and Uli, do you want to piss off?
I'm pissing off.
So I'm here now with one of the organisers of Leiria Con. So if you've got any questions for him, please feel free. I'm here with Costa.
Hello, friends.
Of the famous duo Roller and Costa you designed. Cafe. Dom Perignon. Dompierre, sorry. Yinzi. Published with a terrible publisher.
No, a wonderful publisher.
So, first of all, can you tell us the origin of Lariacon?
Oh,
Were you in right at the beginning?
yes.
So let us know the story of the convention.
So this started almost 20 years ago.
Yeah. How can that be? I mean, you're only like 18, right?
Almost 50, man. I'm not kidding. Like the actor from Lethal Weapon. I'm getting too old for this shit, you know. Sorry to my French.
Oh, did you see that? Paolo is saying that Uli is better than Costa.
Yeah, much better.
I'm not sure I agree with that.
Much better. Much better. So we started like a challenge from one member of the Portuguese gaming community. because we are in the middle of the country. It's a small country, Portugal, and we are in the middle. He challenged us to organize the first convention for the gaming group, and we did that. And the first convention was, I don't know, 30 people.
Okay.
One afternoon.
And it wasn't here, right?
No. It's in the city, a small room, 30 people, one afternoon. And that we kept doing that, and we kept growing. And now we have a 5-day event with 850 people from 20 different countries almost. It's amazing.
And so what I've noticed this year, it feels like, so the Wednesday night before,
it's day zero.
It was day zero. This feels more like day one to me now. Was that deliberate this year?
Well, it's more or less, yes. The idea is officially the convention starts tomorrow, but whoever's here, because we do our efforts, our best to have everything ready the day before. So who's here can already take advantage and enjoy the convention. Huli. He was kissing the camera.
What if I came over and pissed in your game box? This is my business you're interfering with.
I'm not sure if
Plenum.
it was kissing or licking the camera. I'm not sure. What was it? This is one of the good things about Lariacon. It's the people, the environment,
That's not a good thing about it.
that's the good thing about
So have you got, I mean, this is nothing to do with what's happening now, but have you got a list of like people who are banned from Lariacon? You know, they act like fools at Lariacon, they interrupt people's live streams, and so you can ban them so they're not allowed to come back the following year.
There is a short list.
Yeah.
But we try to avoid people because we love them. But yeah, there are some guys.
I'm trying.
Huli is appearing again.
So, are you surprised that? So it's gone from 30 people in a room one afternoon to a 5-day event in a big hotel just down from the sea. Are you surprised at the success that Lariacon has been?
Yes and no. It's a two. Well, I'm surprised that we achieved this in this period of time.
Right.
But I'm not surprised because also
these fucking people.
No. Because the crew is like they're all crazy. So we know what we do and we believe in what we're doing, and we do such an effort to produce this event so that we can accomplish this as it is. So yes, I'm surprised, but no, at the same time, I know that we do our best to have this kind of event.
So what's also fascinating about Leiria is you attract, I mean, present company accepted, the sort of royalty of German gaming. Matt Gertz is coming. Inka and Marcus Brown just over there. They're here.
Michael Schacht just arrived.
Michael Schacht is
Michael
here.
Schacht just arrived.
Peter Eggert is here.
Uli Blenneman is here.
I am not accepting him. Why?
Inka is here.
Yeah, Inka's here.
Yeah.
Why so many like big German designers come to Lariacon?
Not only Germans, we have Yves Renche from Spain, we have Julian Pombo from Spain coming,
right?
We have the Portuguese designers also here,
Sure.
Vital Lacerda, Orlando Sá, António Sousa Lara, Joaquim Guitella. So we have Portuguese designers. We have
Never
here,
let it be said he doesn't fucking pummel a joke into the floor.
He is, because the people that come here are our friends.
Yeah.
Basically, that's it. It's our friends that come here.
Can you tell the listeners? Can you tell the listeners the Mac Gertz story?
Oh,
I think it's with Nuno, right? Is it Nuno or is it you?
No, it was the first time we gave our award, the Jogo do Ano, Game of the Year. It was to Imperial, a game by Mac Gertz.
Right.
And then at the time, our wives / girlfriends of the group, they did a surprise to us. Now, Huli, people saw your buggers in the nose. You know, they saw the bugger.
I am considered one of the most serious. You came on my 5th anniversary show saying, "Oh my God, I'm being stalked."
We have a stalker.
This is like streaming Inception. All right, carry on. Tell us.
Everyone is crazy here, and this is day 0. Imagine in 3 days or 4 days what's going to happen. Crazy. So what happened is we gave the awards, and our wives / girlfriends of the period of that time, they made a surprise to us. They contacted Mike Kertz, without us knowing, and they invited him to come to Portugal to our convention. They paid the tickets and invited him. He came, and he surprised us appearing at the convention. It was a surprise made by our wives.
Yeah. And
So that's the story.
And so why Matt Gertz? Because what did you do to make him come back?
We did nothing.
Every
There
year.
were 6 girls invited him, and he came.
Makes sense.
6 Portuguese girls invited him, and he came.
So I think we kind of touched on it, but what is the magic of Lariacon? This is my 3rd Lariacon, and it would have been my 5th, but something happened a couple of years ago.
Yeah. So, you know.
Why is it so magical?
You know. It's
I want you to explain it.
it's the welcoming, it's the people, it's the environment. First of all, it's the buggers. I see the buggers. Okay.
Such an idiot. Do we have any questions for Costa, by the way? If from any of the people who's watching, you can ask him about his games. You can ask about the con itself. You can ask why he continues to invite Uli back every year.
We don't invite Uli. He keeps coming.
Oh, he just turns up.
He turns up.
Now he's going to do it again.
Yes, prepare for the bugger again. Bugger attack. No. Eckertspieler. Yes,
So-
it was.
And what was the first game from McGats?
His first game. Antique?
Yeah.
Yes. Also Eckertspieler.
Yeah.
All right. So, but also, you're not
But
just.
one of
Carry on.
just to reply to you, one of the magic things about Lariacon is it doesn't stop.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop. That's true. Uli doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop. It's
And
5
you-
days straight.
The most important thing for me is meet friends. That's the most important thing.
This is Peter Eggert, by the way. He's not on the camera, but what were you saying?
The most important thing is to meet friends here in Leiria.
Is this the best? This is brilliant TV, by the way. is this the best board game convention in the world?
That's difficult because I really like board conventions, and every year I get a new board convention, and I like to go to here, to Modena, to the gathering of
Don't
friends.
be shy. You can tell.
Yeah, so it's to meet friends wherever I want, and sometimes I meet Uli on different places. So I cannot say it's the best, but I really like it, and I will come back next year for sure.
Excellent. That's Peter Eggert. So where's Paolo?
No, the other Paolo. Fulvio.
Oh no, or Nuno. Nuno.
Come here, Nuno. He takes my place.
I never know. I always get you two confused. Yeah, he's going to take you. Oh no, before just sit down. So I was going to ask you this: you're not just a convention organizer; you're also a board game designer.
Yes. Try to.
So, firstly, what is your central ethos with your game design? What do you want to do with your game? Because you don't just design super heavy strategy games
No.
like Yinsi, but you also design Cafe, which is a really nice, slick card game. I mean, with you and your partner, and I assume lover, what do you want to do with your designs?
Tell stories. Tell stories and try to produce games that people will enjoy. That's the main thing. First of all, we must like the games that we do. I don't care. I'm not able to do a game that I don't like. I'm design games that I like to play, and hopefully other people will also like to play. So that's basically I do the games for me.
And so I guess it's like choosing a favorite child.
Yeah.
But what game are you that you've designed are you most satisfied with? Do you think?
So there are two games that I love. I think Yinzi is a masterpiece for me.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, being very modest.
Big Man was
Published by a terrible
and
publishing company.
I'm very proud of what Cafe have achieved. So I'm very proud of Cafe doing a crunchy game in such a small, compact form.
Is that your most popular game? Do you think,
Yes.
Cafe? I mean, I played it. I thought it was great, and it's very accessible whilst being what was being thinky and crunchy and delivering a really good
It's
game,
the
right?
Portuguese game most translated.
Yeah.
It's translated in over 20 different countries.
Wow.
Sold already 20,000 copies, something like that. So it's been a good success.
So are you buying the drinks tonight?
Yes, of course.
right. Go and get.
I'm going to
get Nuno.
Okay, thank you, Ben.
So we've got Nuno Bizarro. Isaac, what happened to those beers?
The goat himself.
Isaac's going. So we've got Nuno Bizarro Sentiero.
Yes.
goat.
Almost everything wrong with the name, but
Thank
it's
you.
perfectly fine.
I'd always say it. Nuno is all right, right?
Of course not.
Nuno.
Nunu.
Nuno.
Nunu.
You don't really say Nuno, do you?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Nuno
Yes. Bizarro.
Bizarro, which is what I said. I just didn't do it with a funny accent. That's all.
Exactly. It's Bizarro or Bizarro.
Bizarro.
Same.
Yeah.
And Sentiero.
Sentiero.
That's the
Exactly. But in Portuguese.
Sentiero.
That's Italian, but it's okay. It's good enough. Good enough.
Sentiero. Okay, so
I messed up your badge last year, so you're
So
fine.
yeah, for the watchers, because I usually do podcasts, so I don't know what viewers. That's what you say in English, isn't it?
Yeah.
So for the viewers, last year, so I've got here a badge. Ben Maddox, 5 games for Doomsday. Last year, because Nuno here, I was just trying to do it in Portuguese. Nuni or whatever it is. Nuno is such a fan of my podcast.
I am.
The badge I had last year said 4 games for Doomsday because he's very familiar with the.
I always watch your podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
It's my favorite YouTube channel.
So here we are with Nuno Bijaro Sentiero.
Exactly.
Why is Leiria Con magic for you?
Why is Lariacon magic? Because of the people,
Even Uli Blauner.
not all the people, but
That's
the
true.
majority of the people. It's complicated to explain, mainly in English. In Portuguese, I have better words, but so it's different. It's cozy, it's warm, not the weather, but
I mean, the weather's. I mean, I'm from fucking Berlin. The weather,
okay, so
the weather
it's
here is
fucking warm.
amazing.
The beer is nice, the food is great, the environment is very nice, and it's a different convention from all others in that aspect.
I mean, it's my favorite convention because of all those things. What do you do as an organizer that makes the convention as good as it is?
It seems weird, and
He drinks a lot.
yeah, this is my first time here, so I don't know. No, it seems like I'm trying to pop up the things, but it's a Portuguese thing. It's the attention to the detail. We like to receive people, we like to welcome people, and for us, it's really we like to do this. We don't do this for the money. We don't earn money with this.
Yeah.
We've done it 16 times already, so we keep doing it, and we do it because we really like to welcome people, to stay in this kind of environment, and to feel the connection and the games and all these family environments. That is great.
So for anyone who's watching, if you've got any questions for Nuno and about his games too, please feel free to pop them in the comments. So
Here comes the Madeira's questions, right? Thank you for that.
where is Madeira? Where is Madeira? Where is Madeira? So I'm gonna. That's so beautiful. So first question I'm going to ask you: where is Madeira? Is that happening?
Of course, it's being printed.
Oh, it's being printed now.
Yeah.
When can we expect it?
I don't know exactly, but probably in the end of this semester. Yeah,
Quarter.
quarter. Yes, that's it.
All right. So you haven't. So you had Madeira,
Yes,
big one. You had with the ships.
Panamax.
Panamax, another
Nippon.
big one. Nippon, fantastic game.
Thank you.
And you haven't had a game out with Paolo in a while.
Yes,
What's the deal with your designing?
we were working for What's Your Game exclusively, so I was basically taking.
This is a serious news outlet.
This is live TV. I should watch this podcast. The question was amazing, but I don't remember what was the question.
What's happening with your designs?
Okay. So I was developing more games than
Yeah.
designing. So we had games that came to us, and I was developing them, expansions and stuff like that for What's Your Game. So we were a little away from the designing things. We are coming back to the design again. So hopefully soon we can have more titles.
And do you have
In the
anything in development? Anything we can expect? Have you signed a game with anyone?
Yes, and I'm not going to say more than
Oh,
that.
come on now.
No, you have to see me. You have to pay me a little, like 10 more beers.
And so
It's too soon.
And so none of us know this, and you don't have to. If you don't want to talk about it, that's perfectly fine. But what's the deal with What's Your Game at the moment? Are they still a functioning company?
Yes, I think so. They are functioning.
Because you no longer work for them.
No longer. Yes.
Yeah.
They have more. They had troubles. You remember with the COVID and the shipment of Madeira.
Yeah.
But they're still working. And hopefully they will come back to the What's Your Game that they were.
Yeah.
Powerful with
Sure.
good games.
Sure. Excellent. So thank you very much.
Is this it?
Well, what else do you
This
want?
is your job is this? Like 2 questions, one is what's your name and
What's your name?
yes, Nuno.
The fucking grief I get. I've got dickhead putting his face in the camera the whole time, and then you giving me shit. I'm a serious journalist.
You are. Thank you very much.
Can you get Paolo for me?
Of course. It's Paulo.
Paulo. It's a very difficult language, this Portuguese. So if you've got any questions for Paulo Soledad, isn't it? Paulo Soledad. So I've got Nuno's design partner here, Paulo.
Hey, hello.
Paulo.
I don't have a beer. I don't know why, but it's okay.
Why don't you have a beer?
I don't know.
You're the most important person
I have
here.
to know the people here. Otherwise, I don't get beer.
So
Yeah, tell me.
the question I'm asking everybody, here we go, he gets a beer.
Now I have a beer. Okay, cheers.
So the question I'm asking everybody here is, why is Leiria Con just so bloody good?
Because we exist to get people together, basically. So games are just an excuse for people to join and talk and be together, and I think that's the key ingredient, the element that makes a difference. And of course, we all belong to the. This happens to me a lot more than what you think.
Well, you're at that age now.
Yeah, you know. So basically, that's it. It's because we like to be with people, we like to talk with people, and that's it. And most of them respect other people.
Yeah, most of them do. There
There
are always some idiots wherever you go.
always some. I don't know. Not here, but sometimes.
No, I mean, we're mentioning no names.
No
Uwe Bledman.
names. No names. Yeah. I don't know which one is my best angle. Maybe this one.
I mean, you're gorgeous anyway.
Anyway.
So I come to these conventions and they're great fun. And I think occasionally about maybe organizing one myself.
Okay.
But the thing that always stops me is that when you organize a convention,
Yeah.
you don't get to participate in the convention. You have to bloody organize everything. You
Yes.
don't get to sit and play games all day.
No,
right?
you don't get to play games.
So what do you get out of being a convention organizer?
The pleasure comes from the results. I mean, you have fun doing it. You
Yeah.
have fun organizing it because it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work, but we actually have a lot of fun when things go right.
Right.
And this is our main purpose. It doesn't matter if we play, if we don't, if we get to work, if we don't. It doesn't matter. It's the pleasure on the other people that makes us happy. Basically, that's why we do it.
I mean, how surprised are you that?
So sorry, this is very selfish. We are doing it
For yourself,
ourselves.
yeah.
Yes.
So, how surprised are you that Lariacon has the reputation it has? That it is. I speak to lots of people who don't come, especially lots of people in the States, and almost everyone says to me, "Oh, I've got to do that one day." Everyone talks about it being amazing.
Yeah.
Why do you think it is?
I guess it's because what I said before is because we like to put people together and talk about everything, and it's not only about the games. I've never been there,
Yeah.
but I have the feeling that most of the conventions that happen, especially in the US, they are basically conventions where you go to play and you have a schedule and you go to that table and I don't know, you take your shoes off and you just go and play
Right.
24 hours. I mean, not 24 because they have schedules. One of the things that are the more important, I think, in our convention is the lack of schedule. We don't have schedules. And Uli said it first. Uli is here on my left. That's why I'm pointing.
No one knows. No one knows Uli's here. I mean,
probably-
you wouldn't have known that Uli was here.
Uli was the first one to put this in words that we already felt it, but we didn't know how to say it. And he said something like the most amazing thing about the Lariacon is that there's no schedules to do anything. You just go around and do your stuff, your shit, whatever. You just do whatever you feel like you want to do.
So you're a designer, right? And you've designed some really great games, and people,
Thank you.
you know, when a Paolo and Nuno game is coming out, people are excited about it.
Yes. Yeah.
And yet you don't demo your games here. You don't do play
No.
testing and stuff. Why not?
It's just not convenient. I don't know how to say. It's just there are other stuff to do. This is not the place to do that. Our jobs here, is to make the convention happening in a perfect way. Let's say so. It's not the place to test our games here. That's why we don't do it. Basically.
So I spoke to Nuno when he was talking about.
I don't know if he said something not exactly the way
Well, I
I
mean,
say it, but
my first question is: you seem a very sophisticated, intelligent, urbane individual.
I'm not
How can
at
you-
all sophisticated.
How can
I'm
you-
very intelligent.
How can you work? How can you work with someone like Nuno on such a
It's very
intimate basis?
It's complicated. It's complicated. But he has his moments.
So he's the looks and you're the brains. Is this how it works?
Basically, yes. Basically, yes. Although this is not my best side. I don't know. Maybe I should. I don't know. No. Yeah. Basically, he's the looks. I'm the brains. Yeah.
And so you
You said it.
You worked for Watch Your Game for a while as developers, which meant you didn't design so much. Are you looking forward to having new games out there, to going to Essen
Yes.
in October and demoing your games?
We are
and being
very much anxious about it. We want to make new games, make new stuff, and going back in business again. So it's like actually doing stuff.
And are you going to tell it? Are you going to tell me what you've got coming out?
No, this is
See?
not the place. I told you before.
Nuno already said. So
No.
yeah. So you
What
can
did
just
you say?
you can just just explain. Nuno already said.
I don't know. No, we have nothing. No, we have not. No, we have nothing. No, we have nothing. We have nothing prepared to this convention. Yeah, nothing. But we want to do new stuff, and we will have new stuff, but not in this convention.
So I have a question for you that I'm fascinated by. The designers I know in Portugal, you got you two, Vital,
Ciao.
Roland Costa.
Yeah.
They're the only ones I know. Hey, that's
There are
bloody
some other.
6 people. I love
You know-
you know.
There are some other very good designers, but they mostly publish in Portugal, so they
Right.
are not international
Orlando's,
designers. Yeah,
And it seems to me that there's a lot of heavy games come out
it's
of
kind
Portugal.
of a trend. Yes, it's kind
Why?
of.
What is it about Portuguese gaming culture that makes
think-
all these heavy games?
I guess it's based
Excuse
on
me.
on the personal tastes. When we started to play games, we were very much, all of us, I think, we were very much influenced by designers like Martin Wallace
Right.
or even Mark Gertz, or I don't know, heavy game designers. Yeah. Peter Eggert is
Peter
here.
Eggert.
He published some of the greatest games out there, especially Imperial. I have to say it.
Yeah.
And it's my favorite game, so I have to say it. And I think we were very much, how do you say it? Inspired by those designers and by these games. So Vital is the same thing, because I know Vital personally,
Yeah.
so I know that he's also inspired by these kind of games. And this is a trend that just kept going on for some reason, because they respond to our personal tastes.
Right.
And we adjust, of course. Some publishers prefer this thing or the other thing, and we actually me and Nuno's most successful game, you don't know, is called Reis de Portugal, that is based on Kings of Portugal.
Okay.
That is a very, very small card game. This is the game that we sold the most number of copies.
Well, it's interesting, because I would have thought Panamax was a big seller, right?
It was a big seller. Madeira and Nippon were also very good. But Reis de Portugal, Kings of Portugal, is another league. It's a Champions League of sales.
And so where can we get Reis Portugal?
Very good. Very
Thank you.
nice.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
The other Paolo was there shaking his head.
He said it all right. Okay.
Fucking Portuguese. Fucking
Well,
Portuguese.
It was okay.
I mean, I speak more than one language. I speak great German, but when I try to speak
It's
Portuguese,
okay.
it's so difficult.
It's not. Anyway, you can get it in Portugal.
Okay.
It's being published and republished every year, and it's been, I don't remember exactly when was the first year. It's probably a game that is already 8 years old or something like that. I don't know. Somebody help? No, can you help me? Okay, anyway.
Someone's checking BGG.
Someone's checking BGG. Last year, we sold like 1,500 copies. Last year. For a game that was published 10 years ago. So it's like...
You're on the TV.
So the game was published in 2014, and we are still selling more than 1,000 copies every year. This last year, which means that the game was probably sold more than 20,000 copies. We are not used to these kind of numbers,
Right.
because we come from the heavy games.
How much does Panamax sell, for instance? How many do you think it sold?
Around 7 to 8.
Okay.
Not that many. So
I mean, so you've got this catalogue of really... And the thing is, when you brought out Panamax and Nippon, the market was very different. It wasn't all heavy games then. But since the success of Vital and those Eagle Griffin games,
Yes.
there's such a big market for heavy games now.
Yes.
Don't you think it's time for Panamax to be reprinted, Nippon to be reprinted? I mean, we've got Madeira on the way.
Yes.
And, I guess do you own Panamax now again? Or is it still contracted to the publisher?
We own Panamax now.
Okay.
Yes. So it's probably time to redo something about Panamax.
Sure.
Yes. I'll give you that. That's the most you get.
Oh,
from me.
so I think we think a reprint
Maybe
of
you have
Panamax
something,
is
maybe
coming.
you have something. No. Yes, it's time probably for Panamax to come out again. Yes.
Excellent.
Probably.
Well, I always get Nuno and Paolo mixed up, but this is Paolo. Paolo.
Only Paolo.
Thank you very much for your time.
It's okay.
No,
My pleasure.
Enjoy your drink.
Plus, I had a free beer from Peter Eggert that is standing in front of me.
Peter Eggert's never bought me a fucking beer.
No.
This is terrible.
See, you have to be in the right place. In this case, is on your left. So Cheers. Cheers.
Isaac and Uli are going to vamp for 2 minutes, and I'm going to see if I can find another guest. You two, here.
Yeah.
Hopefully, while Ben is vamping for another guest, he's also vamping for several more beers.
Now I'm getting a beer. I'm getting you a beer.
Okay, Uli, it's your turn to interview me. Go.
Isaac, I'm so happy seeing you here over here in Europe. But I know not only from the book you did together with Jeff that you know gaming. Period. You know tabletop gaming. But in the future, what are you looking forward to? How should we, tabletop community, proceed? Is it more worker placement games? Is it another 1500 deck building games? What do you think is good?
You know, I just want to stall for time while I think about an answer to that question. But what I really want to do is to remind Ben that a great question can come from anywhere.
And
even Uli can find a great question.
It wasn't my question. Somebody told me, please ask Isaac this question.
And that's someone who asked Uli to ask Isaac that question was probably my wife. And thank you. So, you know what? Where should gaming go? I think I have two answers to that. The first answer, tabletop gaming.
Because we know gaming is huge, but tabletop gaming is huge too. So let's say
topic.
Yeah.
So the first place I think that the first answer I have for where tabletop gaming should go is that we have only started to scratch the surface of what's possible. And I think that, you know, we got enamored with mechanisms like worker placement, and then, you know, rolling rights came along and we spent a whole bunch of time on that. And there's still 50 new deck builders being published every Saturday.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful that people are exploring these mechanisms. But there is so much more that can happen. I'll give you an example.
Please.
Okay. Imagine that you have a cup filled with a liquid, for example. Cheers. To somebody else's beer, but now it's mine. Now, imagine that you took a meeple and you placed that meeple in the cup. And you could take an action based on that. Unless the cup spills over. If the cup spills over, you do not get the action, you get a penalty. That's what we call a worker displacement game. There's a lot of mechanisms out there that we can still be exploring. There's a lot of opportunities for us to use components in different ways. There's a lot of opportunities for us to use narrative in different ways. So I'm excited for that. That's one way that I think gaming can go. The second thing that I hope gaming will go towards, especially tabletop gaming, what I really think it needs is more of my own games. I think if more of my games would be published, it would be very beneficial to a very small part of the tabletop community. A very small part.
But I think what is really important here is...
I think I got away with stealing this beer.
But that's fine with me too. But what is really important that every designer has their own, not thinking about, well, this is another deck building games. I think this is right now popular with a lot of publishers. No, please do not do so.
Find your voice.
Exactly. Find your voice, do what you think is important, and this will, in the end, give you a much better opportunity to really have seen the game published. Yeah.
I'm glad you stuck around to say that. I think that's, without any jokes, I think that's really important. Yeah. I sat with Mike Elliott many years ago. Mike Elliott's a fantastic designer, and I asked him, how do you go about figuring out new ideas? Do you get attracted to a theme, or do you take components and mess around with them and something emerges? And he described a method, a structured method for how to come up with game ideas that I thought was brilliant. He said, I take a genre that exists, and I name the conventions of the genre. So let's say worker placement. Worker placement, everyone has a set of workers, you place them on a space, it activates the space. Okay, so I've named these conventions out, and then I try to subvert them, or I try to take one away, or I try to, in some way, add or replace a specific piece to that mechanism. And sometimes you emerge with something that's entirely different. And I think that for a lot of us, when we play a game as designers, we play a game and we love it. We want to make something similar, and we try and make something that's kind of like that, and we see the magic in it, and we try and play with it. A lot of times, though, that's just exploring why the game looks like it does. It's not finding out why some other game could be great.
Exactly.
And so I would encourage designers to start from your most broken design. Start from the thing that doesn't work at all, and try and find a way to land it. Not with the usual answers. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. I think this is very well put. Just one caveat, I say.
Don't pitch Uli your broken design.
Exactly. Exactly. Please do not do so. But I said, you are very well outspoken. You know what you know what you can do. And a lot of first time designers are not in your position. They are a little bit less insecure. They have
Everyone
a lot
is
more
less insecure than I am. That
problems.
is true.
And so, yes, I agree, but it is still very difficult.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that I'm very excited about in board games, which is the emergence of AI tools. We're seeing a lot of it in graphic design, but we're also starting to see people use AI tools to create games or to brainstorm about how to create games.
Are we now talking about ChatGPT
Yes.
4.0? Exactly.
Yes, exactly. And I'm very excited because I've found that it's a great brainstorming partner. And as someone who designs really well with a partner, but who, I don't know, I guess people kind of get tired of me after a while. I finally have a robot friend who will never tire of my terrible ideas. But no, you really do get a fantastic opportunity to take your idea, present it to the AI, have the AI riff on it. It's almost like playing in a jazz band, right? Every time you play, it's a little different, and you find a new avenue, a new corner, and it's fast. In an hour, you can get farther than it took you, weeks of driving around at night in a car all by yourself, brainstorming. You can do that so quickly. So I'm really, really excited to see how that's going to change the industry. And I think that the whole conversation about like AI art almost misses the point. That's a very small part of how it's going to impact us. Have you had anyone use an AI design or pitch you with that, or have you started using AI in Spielworks' process?
Not so far from other designers, but I'm looking into it because it's fascinating. But it also scares me at the same time. And we have to find out, in my opinion at least, how this will work out.
It's like puberty. It's fascinating.
It's absolutely, absolutely. It doesn't matter who is, but he's around.
He is around, and with that, I'd love to invite him back to the chair.
My bloody chair. All right, so we're back, and we'll wrap up because we've been 53 bloody minutes of talking shite.
Cheers. I didn't think we could do it.
I'm really impressed with the amount of. Looking back, would you have liked to have known about running a convention when you started?
I would have liked to have known that. We should have tackled that question when people who
ran the convention
were here.
So yes is the answer. Drone 9. I would have liked to have known about it. Have you noticed? Because I was wearing my sunglasses all day, that I just have white patches here where the sun didn't catch my face.
Yeah, you've got spots where the sun didn't shine.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so just to wrap up then, I think we should firstly lament those who couldn't be here.
I'd like to pour one out for Steven Sirek.
Steven Sirek, have a good night's sleep, Stevie. Feel better?
Feel better.
Tony,
Also,
Tony Big Boy Dell.
That's right.
Nick Case.
Nick Case.
Sorely missed. He'll be sorely missed.
Not Uli Blennerman. Don't miss him at all. All right, so just to wrap up then, I haven't asked you this question. I think I probably did actually. But okay, now I'll ask you.
Is it what am I looking forward to, or is it how do I feel about Porto?
What is
Those questions we've covered.
What is the core to a great convention experience?
You know, for me, the best things about a great convention, really, it comes down to, did I go to sleep sober?
And so if the answer is yes,
I don't remember.
Okay, well, thank you everyone for watching. I'd like to thank everyone who participated. I'd like to thank who do we have? Nuno.
My name is Isaac.
I'd like to thank Nuno. I'd like to thank Paolo. I'd like to thank Costa. Zhao. I'd like to thank Peter Eggert. I'd like to thank Isaac Shalev. I can't think of anyone else who's participated that I would like to thank. Good night. Have a great time wherever you are. And if you're one of those weirdos who are here and watching this at the same time, you could just be fucking stood there watching this happen. You don't need to watch it on the screen. But anyway, thank you so much. Have a great night. And I think I'm probably going to schedule one of these for Saturday evening. So I'll see you all on Saturday. See, I hit the end broadcast button then. I wanted to do the freeze frame thing. I hit the end broadcast button, and then another bloody end broadcast button comes up, so we look like it is. Okay, so L'chaim, have a great night. See you later.